his case. And now green for Moyers. Has to come back as the turf slows that up. Moyers, who has 2 goals and an assist today and is becoming the crowd favorite with every touch. Bogey. DeBrito losing out. It's a foot race. There goes Clos, backed up by Neeskens in front for Maradona. And penalty kick is given as Maradona is taken down. And there is the answer to our earlier question.
Yeah, well, it was going to be sooner rather than later, I guess. How many times can Maradona fall in the penalty area and not get a penalty? But I thought Jerry Gray made a good tackle here. I mean, I guess it might have been from behind. I thought it was from the side. Let's take a look at the replay. You see him pushing the ball in here to Maradona. And now we'll see the tackle. Well, it was from behind, but it's hard to know whether or not he got the ball. But not much question about the fact that he went down in a pile. And Andy Parkinson, by the way, warming up outside here for the Cosmos, and Neeskens somewhat discouraged by all this.
Maradona was fouled, and he appears to be the man nominated for the penalty kick. It will come at 72-18.
Yeah, Magico Gonzalez and Estella have both gone off to be replaced by 2 other attacking players for Barcelona.
Canizares, number 15, is on as substitutions have been made, as well as Jimenez, number 14. The penalty kick. Saved by Brcic. That's the match. That could have given Barcelona a real big lift. Maybe David moved early. Maybe he didn't, but he guessed correctly.
My goodness, I think that's something to be able to tell your grandchildren, that you saved the penalty against Diego Maradona. Oh my goodness, what a boost for David facing, hopefully facing Italy on Wednesday.
Sure, he moved early. That time it was not called. We saw 2 penalty kicks retaken, and a penalty kick shootout of game 1.
And I'll tell you, there's a little kind of lore that goes with this, because as we watched Borja come out and Parkinson go in, it was a badly taken penalty, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't just that David made a good save. It was a badly struck ball, and sometimes it seems to me that referees won't call the early move if the penalty looks like it was never going to go in anyhow. I mean, it's not in the rules or anything like that, but it's just one of those things that seems to happen.
But you also notice how David moved. He moved directly forward, not to neither side, so he would stand his ground.
Well, you see, moving a step forward even is sufficient to narrow the angle. If you move to your side, you give up the far side. If you take a step forward, then you've you've reduced the penalty to 11 yards, not 12, and that gives a little extra edge.
So the penalty kick denied. Brcic stopping Maradona at 72-18, and you don't see that very often. And if it is seen, it usually is retaken. Not this time. There goes Terlecki in a tussle with Migueli. For this one against Jimenez.
Moyers playing just a tremendous game here, showing lots of skill on the ball, and of course great finishing ability and great athletic energy.
A lift into the area. Brcic is out. This is a performance, Seamus, for the Cosmos that comes at a doubly opportunistic time. First for Steve Moyers and all the American members of the Cosmos. They play Italy on Wednesday evening, the defending World Cup champs. As Terlecki takes it down the side, it's put out. And secondly, at a time, we all know the stories and the news being made around the league, and specifically with the Cosmos over the last week or so, and the need to get down to the salary cap. And this is a game that seemingly can make a statement to wit. The game is the most important matter, and playing it well is equally as important as anything else.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It couldn't come at a better time. And it's also to demonstrate something to the fans who are beginning to have their doubts. That must be offside.
And it is, as Andy Parkinson chases.
Well, Barcelona is still organizing that defense in the offside trap, even with 15:26 to go, and they're trailing by 2 goals to the Cosmos, having led by 2 goals over the Cosmos at one point, giving up 4 straight, and here they are fighting to get back in this game.
Bogey with the captain's armband. Canizares sets to the 18, put out by Green, and now the captain with his left foot. An onside lead for Alan Green. Amador is way out. His fires on the clearing attempt, but it's out of bounds.
Oh,
so a throw in.
What a super pass from Bogi, though. He just waited exactly till the right moment when it looked like it was going to go to the left side, and then he found exactly the right space to put it into.
Bogi, a little one-touch move to the inside. Cosmos playing with a skill and a lawn and a panache, if you will, that is refreshing today. Very much the world-class side this afternoon against Barcelona, leading them 4-2. 14 minutes, 20 seconds in the match.
And the Cosmos, of course, having played really an outstanding game at crucial parts of the game. They've not had a consistently outstanding performance throughout, but they've had great performances from the American players like Dan Kenner and this man Moyers, who almost gets behind the defense nicely there, but he's offside.
Who has 2 goals and an assist. Steve Moyers in the first half to tie the match at 2-2. And the 4th goal from Stan Terlecki, a thing of beauty. And then also earlier in the match assisting Roberto Cabañas on the first goal of the match for the Cosmos. Cabañas playing only 1 half. No report yet on exactly his condition, as Neeskens gives it back to Brcic.
And as you mentioned, of course, a big boost for the fans of the Cosmos. So here's a dangerous throw, but it's handled well by Green and then given away by Cantor. Again, possession important. The Cosmos need to kill the game a little bit. It sounds very negative, but I mean take the ball away from Barcelona and possess it for 30 or 40 seconds before they give it up, like right now. 13
minutes in the match. Bogi to Moyers. There goes Steve Moyers. Alan Green down the right side. This is Stan Terlecki with 2 men in the box. One of them Bogi. Centers. Bogi header goal! What a goal!
What a goal by Bogi! Unbelievable goal!
The
Bogeyman comes out of the midfield where he camps most of the afternoon, makes a great downfield run and a flying header for the fifth, that's right, fans, 5th goal against Barcelona. Look at this diving header by Bogi. Fantastic.
Ladislav snaps it home. The assist to Terlecki. This score is going to raise a few eyebrows on the European side of the Atlantic. 5-2. Terlecki assisting Bogi. Picture play goal. Now you can call it a rout. And that double importance of the match we talked about, equally clear right now. It's as Lieva, number 12, has come on as well. Another substitution made for Barcelona. So Bogi picks up a rarity, a goal, as Amador is out of his area against Moyers, who is playing 140%.
Well, Moyers putting a challenge on the goalkeeper there and giving himself away. You might say, well, that's silly. He's just going to beat you. Against the goalkeeper there in a field position, not a bad idea to rush him like that. Any other player, you wouldn't want to rush.
11 minutes, 40 seconds in the match. Memorable afternoon for the Cosmos. Maradona. And there's Bogi to strip it away. Bogi not playing like a man in his mid-30s right now. He's playing with renewed vigor, having just cracked the net. Well, off his head all the way back to Olmo.
And I might also say Bogi exercising some great leadership in midfield. Bob getting the team organized after that disastrous start, getting some of the midfield marking assignments straightened out. He, along with Moyer, is going to be our 2 leading candidates for the Cosmos player of the game, that's for sure.
Bogi's goal at 77:02. Back it comes to Jimenez, number 14, substitute in the box, knotted down. And the rebound by Husillos as well. Wide with less than 11 in the game. Diego Maradona was a marked man in Spain for the '82 World Cup. Chopped down at every turn. Never got his game on track and was very frustrated after Argentina's entire national effort was a poor one back in 1982. He's the $1 million man for Barcelona. Barcelona looking to perhaps gain some respect back. Goal difference is not a factor into this year's tournament rules. To the far post now, to the far corner to Lieva, it will be a goal kick with 10 minutes in the match. Don't forget about Mets baseball against the Padres. It'll be Goose and the Gang Tuesday from Shea at 7:30. Only on Sports Channel. Padres challenging for the leadership in the West where things are tight. And the Mets, every time they lose, and that's not too frequent, Cubs and the Phils drop one, so they are hanging right in there. And wasn't that a good game the other evening that Dwight Gooden pitched against the Dodgers? 14 strikeouts.
Here's Moyers still battling, losing that battle in particular, but great competitive drive in this young man.
Bogey. Losing his footing, nothing is called. A lead for Terlecki. They've got Moyers filling the middle. Stan on the ball, taken down edge of the area. And we'll see, it's just a goal kick given. No foul called?
Must be a foul. Just outside the area, this time perilously close to the edge. There you see a trip. Yep.
A free kick given, yes, just outside the area.
We're into the single numbers now. 9 minutes to go, and the Cosmos nursing a 3-goal lead. And I must say, when they were down 2-0 and looking to be really struggling, and all at sea, only to an extent that I can remember once before, and that was against Anderlecht here a few years ago, which really dazzled for the first 20 minutes. Have scored 5 unanswered goals.
Bogey for DeBrito, takes it on one bounce, and Lorenzo Amador has it. It has not been Amador's afternoon. Cannot be faulted on any of the goals. Truly, they have come from crisp passing. That last one, the prettiest we have seen this year, bar none. Bogey from Terlecki, snapping home the perfectly placed centering pass off the header. And there's Bogey to Andy Parkinson, who has come on for Borja in the second half with 8:25 of the match. So the Cosmos will be playing Udinese. That is the nightcap of next Sunday's doubleheader, but they're not finished yet as Eski moves in and centers behind Terlecki with Moyers running down the middle, but Stan is still on it against Husillos.
Boy, Eski, I think, may have had an attack of vertigo in the penalty area there. He's not used to being in there.
Bogey offside. 4 Cosmos ahead of the play.
You know, Eski had a legitimate shooting opportunity there, and he just seemed to come all apart at the prospect of that unusual event and gave it up. Didn't give it up as well as he might have done with a lot of Cosmos around him. 7:45 to go. The Cosmos ahead 5-3. 5-2, excuse me.
5-2. It almost was 5-3. It would have been 5-3 if Maradona had beaten Brcic on the penalty kick. But on top of everything else that's happened in this match for the Cosmos, David Brcic stopping the world's greatest player by general acclamation, Diego Maradona, on a penalty kick. Not a well-taken penalty, but stopped nonetheless. Neeskens stops that ball on a dime. 7 minutes, 20 seconds in the match. Maradona, he and Gray been going chest to chest, elbow to elbow all afternoon. No call given there.
Thought it was a handball. I thought Jerry Gray had handled it. They both looked to be handling the ball to me.
Bogey through 3 players. Now the 4th takes it over. Valor. Barcelona looking to counterattack. DeBrito sends a man flying and is whistled for. Pedro has played a solid, if unspectacular, game.
Yeah, he's made very few mistakes, which is important, and he's distributed out of some trouble a few times quite well.
Jimenez to Maradona. Jimenez looking to go through. Maradona on the ball, lifts it. And Pedro puts it away as Canizares chases, and Terlecki wins it. And what a match Stan is at. And this has been as positive a match for the Cosmos as their first game with Tampa Bay was unpositive. I hate to say negative. They didn't win the game, but it was a match in which they were outplayed. They won the match. They have outplayed Barcelona this afternoon, and they will win this one as well. Gray to Neeskens.
Boy, Jerry has done a good job in midfield. He's made a few fouls, but he's also done a terrific amount of constructive work in midfield on defense as well.
Now Stan Terlecki tries the left side in a foot race with Comas. Tries to win that race, doubles back. Centers. Parkinson gets a foot to it. Bogey looked to settle, and now it comes back to DeBrito. Throw in for the Cosmos with 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So next Sunday, the big doubleheader. Cosmos in the nightcap against Udinese. Luminense against Barcelona. That play was offside as Moyers broke in. Moyers smelling a possible hat trick. Dragan Vujovic will be checking in. I don't know exactly. Yes, Steve Moyers will get a curtain call because he'll be pulled out of the game in favor of Dragan Vujovic. And for all the good matches that Steven has played in league play, this his best. He'll go right to the locker room.
Yeah, well, Moyers has done a terrific job. Vujovic comes in with 5.5 to go, and of course all they will ask of Vujovic is to help the possession game at this point.
And so Dragan is on with 5:20 in the match. There's Neeskens on the ball, challenged by Canizares, who commits the foul.
I don't quite know the point of this substitution, frankly. 5.5 minutes to go. You wonder why any player would want to come into a downpour like this, or why Eddie would want to make a substitution. Moyers has played so well. I'm sure he doesn't want to be taken out with 5 minutes to go, so it's a bit hard to know exactly what the thinking is there. But in any case, Eddie has decided to go with the Yugoslavian player, Vujovic, out here in the left wing.
Steve does have to play Wednesday against Italy.
Yeah, that's true. But
he's already played 85 minutes. Though.
Exactly.
And it will be hard for Alkis Panagoulis to not start him after this performance. It's going to be interesting to see who from the selection will be the starting 11 against the Italians on Wednesday night. Vujovic, the ex-Montreal Manique.
Yeah, well, I would not agree with this substitution. Dragan can help control the ball, but he also fiddles around with it a bit too much for my liking. And they see the Cosmos have lost it. They need to play it away from such situations quickly.
Maradona inside, they play it to Levia. Bicycle attempt, loose, close, off the post. Rebound, Maradona, left foot blocked in front by Gray, who just continues to shut him down like a 40-watt bulb. Comas. De Brito got 1 foot on it and forced it over the end line. Good play by Pedro. It was fired nonetheless by Husillos about 10 rows deep.
Well, it's just under 4 minutes to go in this game, and it's clearly in the Cosmos win column. As we'll see, a scissors kick attempt, not quite up to the quality of Moyers, however, as we saw earlier, but that one off the post at the end, and the Cosmos escaped that time, but the game is effectively over with this 5-2 lead. So the Cosmos will be playing in the second game again next Sunday against Udinese. The first game for third place will be between Barcelona and Fluminense, and that could be a crackerjack of a game too, with those two teams getting together.
Especially with Fluminense having a week of rest.
Yes.
Which will be most important.
Exactly.
Perhaps Zico on hand as well. Terlecki wins that ball. 3.5 minutes in the match. There's Vujovic. They've got Green in the middle with Parkinson. And Terlecki on the wing, and Vujovic losing that ball. And Jimenez challenged by Dragan, who goes right back in and grabs it back. Dragan. Terlecki just watching like a spectator. Dragan does his thing and moves down the left side. How many times did they do that in the last several years with Montreal? Just take possession and not be dispossessed right down the wing. He'll throw it in. 3 minutes.
Oh, nice touch by Terlecki.
We're seeing some artful moves out here as Amador pulls that one in. Under 3 now. 5-2. Cosmos leading Barcelona. 5 unanswered Cosmos goals after Husillos scored twice in the first 11 minutes. Neeskens, the last line of defense. Leva to Maradona. Who else watching him but Gray? There's Canizares to Leva. And off they head of Eski for the corner kick with 2.5 minutes now to play. Eski has shown us what he can do when he overlaps this afternoon. A couple of excellent opportunities, and David Brcic has stopped that penalty kick on Maradona. Now the corner kick to be taken by Leva. Hit it up by Gray. Maradona never got near it, and Eski puts it out. Sent back in. Gray gets another head to it. Sent it again, and Brcic with Maradona in front. 2 minutes in this match, and what a match it has been for the Cosmos. Decisively over the prime European power, Barcelona. Canizares. 100 seconds now. Husillos. Back to Valor. There's Maradona turning and firing wide to the right of David Brcic.
Boy, that didn't miss by much. Not by much at all, and David sort of looks at it quizzically as it goes over the top and by the side, but it was fairly close. Barcelona has beaten some pretty important teams this year. They knocked Manchester United out of the European Cup Winners' Cup rather, and they themselves were then knocked out. They didn't get to the final. It was eventually won by Juventus 2-1 over Porto about 10 days ago.
Vujovic wins that one in. Juventus, of course, coming to the States this summer. Comas Clos. 1 minute to play unofficially as Vujovic, and that ball not totally over the touchline. Now it is. Well, the Cosmos will be in the Transatlantic Challenge Championship match once again. And it looked rather iffy for the first 11 minutes of this match as Husillos put Barcelona on top. There is Jimenez. Giving it back with 29 seconds to go. Jimenez, number 14, edge of the box. Now the chip cracked in. With 17 seconds to go. The third goal for Barcelona.
I think Husillos again, was it?
I believe so. Either he or Clos will get another look.
It's a nice cross in here.
Yes.
That is Husillos. A beautifully executed header into the bottom corner there. No chance for David Brcic whatsoever, but it's really just purely a statistic at this point with 17 seconds to go. So at 89-43. One final goal in this match to make it the 8th goal of the evening. But the Cosmos with a 2-goal lead. And here's Vujovic looking for another one.
Vujovic moves in with 3 seconds to play. And so Husillos with the hat trick as we play on. And now time is whistled to conclusion. And so, despite the late goal by Husillos and his hat trick, the Cosmos with 5 unanswered tallies. With a 5-3 win over Barcelona, they will be in the championship.